Just when fans thought Season 10 had found its strongest couple, everything collapsed. One of the most stable-looking pairs in the pods has officially split, and it happened fast, very fast. If you've been watching the latest batch of episodes, you already felt the shift. The energy changed, the tone changed, and now it's confirmed. Chris and Jessica are done. Yes, the same Chris and Jessica who looked calm, emotionally aligned, and genuinely invested during the early pod days. The same couple viewers were quietly labeling safe, gone. And what makes this breakup more explosive isn't just that it happened, it's why. But more on that in a moment. Because to understand how this unraveled, we need to go back to the pods. When Season 10 began, Chris presented himself as thoughtful, measured, intentional. Jessica, a 39-year-old infectious disease physician, came across as mature, emotionally articulate, and ready for something real. Their conversations felt grounded. Less performative, more adult. There wasn't chaos. There wasn't a triangle dominating the edit. It felt like two people who genuinely wanted marriage. Which is why this breakup hits harder. Because when the drama isn't obvious, the collapse feels more revealing. In the newest episodes, 7 through 9, cracks started showing. Subtle at first. Chris began expressing doubts. Not about Jessica's personality, not about her intelligence, but about physical chemistry. And that's where Love is Blind always enters dangerous territory. Because the premise of the show is built on emotional connection first, physical attraction second. But in reality, the physical component doesn't disappear. It just gets delayed. Chris admitted he wasn't fully confident in that side of the relationship. He hesitated. He referenced uncertainty. And then something even more concerning happened. He brought up another woman. Repeatedly. That's when viewers started to sense this wasn't just nerves. This was unresolved energy. Jessica, to her credit, didn't explode. She didn't beg. She didn't spiral. She listened. And then she made a decision. She ended it. That's important. Because technically, Chris introduced the doubts. But Jessica pulled the plug. Which tells you everything about her threshold. She wasn't willing to move forward into engagement limbo. And that's where this breakup becomes bigger than just one couple. It becomes symbolic of Season 10. This season has more engagements than ever before. More couples, more moving parts, more compressed timelines. And with that comes more instability. When you follow 7 engagements into Cabo, the pressure multiplies. Comparison creeps in. Old connections resurface. Physical dynamics shift. And insecurities amplify. Chris questioning physical attraction isn't just about attraction. It's about reality hitting. Pods are controlled environments. No visual distraction, no body language cues, no competing presence. But once you step into the real world, the experiment shifts. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Is Chris wrong for needing physical chemistry? No. That's real. That's human. But here's where viewers are reacting strongly. If that doubt was always there, why propose? Why take it to the reveal? Why board the trip? That's the part fans struggle with. Because proposals on Love is Blind aren't casual. They're supposed to mean something. And when the first breakup of the season is driven by something so fundamental, it shakes audience confidence in the rest of the couples. If the stable pair falls first, who's actually safe? Now, strategically, this is big for Netflix. Because early breakups fuel engagement. Clips circulate, fans debate, reaction channels light up, and it reframes the rest of the season. Suddenly, viewers aren't just watching for weddings, they're watching for implosions. And here's another layer. Season 10 has already revealed an unseen engagement that ended overnight. Budget split vacations, multiple emotional breakdowns. Now, the first official breakup on camera. This season isn't steady. It's volatile, which is excellent for content, but risky for credibility. Because Love is Blind sells the possibility of lasting love. And when relationships crumble before wedding day even feels close, the experiment itself comes into question. Jessica's exit, however, might become one of the season's most respected moments. She didn't drag it out, she didn't compromise her standards, she chose clarity over hope, and viewers tend to reward that. Meanwhile, Chris now carries the hesitation edit, fair or not. Once doubt is vocalized, it becomes defining, and that's something every future episode will reinforce. Now here's the big question. Does this breakup make the season stronger or weaker? From a television standpoint, stronger. From a romantic experiment standpoint, more fragile, because it exposes something fundamental. Emotional compatibility doesn't erase physical reality, and when the two don't align, the collapse is swift. Now, as episodes 10 and 11 approach, with the finale right behind them, everything feels less predictable. Every couple now sits under a shadow. If Chris and Jessica couldn't stabilize, who can? Is Bree and Connor solid? Are Jordan and Amber next? Will someone else surprise us? That's the hook. Because Love is Blind thrives on unpredictability. And Season 10 just reminded everyone that nothing is guaranteed. Not even the couples that look calm. So this isn't just the first breakup. It's a tone shift, a signal, and possibly the beginning of a domino effect. If you want ongoing breakdowns of Season 10 as it unfolds, real analysis, clear read-throughs, and early predictions on who actually makes it to the altar, subscribe. Because this season just changed, and the real drama might only be starting.